Hello and welcome back to The Indescribable God and to another exciting episode on understanding the great I am. Today I'm going to be doing a sharing which I am hoping will be as great a revelation to you all as it has been to me. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Jacob and the life of Jacob and why would God choose Jacob over Esau. Through this sharing, I am hoping that you will get to understand the nature of God and how God looks at us and how He decides which person is suitable for what and whether He can trust a person or not. So now we go to chapter 27 of Genesis, okay, and this tells us about the second episode with Esau. And verse 1 of 27 says that now it came to pass when Isaac was old and his eyes were so dim that he could not see, that he called Esau his older son and said to him, "My son," and he answered, "Here I am." Then he said, "Behold, now I am old and I do not know the day of my death. Now therefore please take your weapons, your quiver, your bow, and go out to the field and hunt game for me. And make me savory food such as I love and bring it to me that I may eat, that my soul may bless you before I die." So this is the instruction where Isaac is talking to Esau and telling him, "Go hunt, make me a meal and bring it to me because I want to bless you before I die." And he tells him that I cannot see clearly and I don't know how long I'm going to live. So I want to bless you before I die. Now in verse 5 we see something very beautiful. Rebekah was listening when Isaac spoke to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt game to bring it. So Rebekah is the one who has overheard the conversation between Esau and his father. So Rebekah spoke, this is verse 6, so Rebekah spoke to Jacob her son saying, "Indeed, I heard your father speaking to Esau your brother saying, 'Bring me game and make savory food for me that I may eat it and bless you in the presence of the Lord before my death. Now therefore my son, obey my voice according to what I command you. Go now to the flock and bring me from there 2 choice kids of the goats, and I will make savory food from them for your father such as he loves. Then you shall take it to your father that he may eat it and that he may bless you before his death.'" Now this is what Rebekah tells Jacob, that your brother has gone to hunt. Now I want you to go into the shed and get me 2 goats, and I will make the food, and then you go give it to your father and he will bless you. And this is Jacob's response. Verse 11. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, "Look, Esau my brother is a hairy man and I am a smooth-skinned man. Perhaps my father will feel me and I shall seem to be a deceiver to him, and I shall bring a curse on myself and not a blessing." So you see, he already had his concerns and he said, "Esau is hairy, I am smooth. And if dad touches me, he will immediately know that I am not him, and that's why he'll curse me instead of blessing me." And he didn't want to do it. He said, no, I don't think we should do it. It'll not work, so let's not do it. But his mother said to him, "Let your curse be on me, my son. Only obey my voice and go get them for me." There are many times when we as parents tell our children to do something and they say, "Mama, I don't think it's right. Mama, I don't want to do it." And they really don't want to do it. They don't have that peace in their heart. They don't have the desire to do it. And many times as parents we tell them, "Just do what I told you and don't argue with me. I know what I'm doing. I know better." How many times as parents have we done that? If you're a child, how many times has your parents said this to you and you've had no option but to just obey and follow your parents? This is exactly what happened with Jacob. Though Jacob was concerned that he would be found out, he still did it in obedience to his mother. Now, what did Rebekah do? Then Rebekah took the choice clothes of her elder son. That means she took the clothes of Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them on Jacob, her younger son. Why would she put Esau's clothes on Jacob? Because Esau was a hunter and he would sweat a lot, and his clothes would have a odor that would linger on the clothes. Everybody's clothes smell of them, even after washing. So she wanted to convince Isaac that this is Esau. And she put skins of the kid of the goat on his hands and the smooth part of his neck. So wherever she knew that Esau had hair, she conveniently bandaged those places, or rather covered those places with the hair of the sheep. Then she gave the savory food and the bread which she had prepared into the hands of her son. So he went to his father and said, "My father, here I am. Here I am." And who are you? Is what Jacob said. Now here is the deception part. I'm sure that when Jacob entered into his father's presence, he was very, very concerned that my father will find me out and then he will curse me. But in obedience to his mother, he went and he did what his mother told him. Now, the word of God clearly says, obey your mother and father so that you will be blessed with a long life. In this situation, Jacob did just that. He didn't want to do what he did, but he did it because his mother insisted. And so he just walked in obedience in spite of the fact that it was not the desire of his heart to deceive his father. Now, there is a long conversation between Isaac and Jacob that says, that Isaac did not believe that that was Esau. He was not really convinced, and then he tries to smell him, he tries to touch him and see whether it's Esau, but he still gets deceived, and then he gives Jacob the blessing. And as soon as he gives Jacob the blessing, Jacob leaves and goes, and then Esau comes on the scene. And then there's this long conversation between Esau and Isaac, where Esau cries when he realizes that his father has already blessed someone else, and he knows that that cannot be anybody but Jacob. And Isaac realizes then that his senses, which were telling him deep within his spirit that this is not Esau but Jacob, now he realizes that that sensing in his spirit was right, and that it was truly not Esau but Jacob, his younger son. And so he is very disappointed in Jacob. So the deception is discovered immediately on the same day. Esau gets very angry and begs his father to give him a blessing too. So his father gives him a blessing, but it is a second best blessing. It's not as good as the one he gives Jacob. Now we come to verse 41 of chapter 27, because from here is where you get another revelation about Esau and Jacob out here. So Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing with which his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, "The days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then I will kill my brother Jacob." Because Isaac did not die yet, Esau could not kill Jacob. He couldn't do anything to Jacob while his father lived. So he was just waiting for his father to die, and then he would kill Jacob. And who is the one who finds it out? In verse 42 it says, "And the words of Esau, her oldest son, were told to Rebekah." That means somebody overheard Esau saying this to himself, and they went and they told Rebekah that Esau is planning to kill Jacob as soon as Isaac died. Isaac was a very old man by then, and nobody knew how long he was going to live. So Rebekah now got worried for Jacob because she loved Jacob a lot. So she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said to him, "Surely your brother Esau comforts himself concerning you by intending to kill you." So he is just holding his peace, and he is, comforting himself that I'm going to kill Jacob. The first moment I get to kill him after my father is dead, I'm going to kill him. Verse 43. "Now therefore, my son, obey my voice. Arise, flee to my brother Laban in Haran, and stay with him a few days until your brother's fury turns away, until your brother's anger turns away from you, and he forgets what you have done to him. Then I will send and bring you from there. Why should I be bereaved also of you both in one day?" So what she is saying in this is that she would have lost Isaac, her husband, and then Esau would come to kill Jacob, and then Jacob is not going to stand there and just say, "Okay, kill me." He is definitely going to try to defend himself, and in that instance, she may lose both her sons. So she is saying that I don't want to lose both of you along with losing my husband, everything in one day. Why should I lose it all in one day? So she tells him, you obey my voice. And she tells him, do what I tell you. So here again, he has moved out of his house only because of his mother's saying. So again, he has obeyed his mother and he gets the blessing of obedience. Then he speaks to her husband Isaac. And Rebekah said to Isaac, this is verse 46, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob takes a wife of the daughters of Heth like those who are the daughters of the land, what good will my life be to me? Now, who are these daughters of Heth? The daughters of Heth are the two wives that Esau married, which is mentioned much earlier in the book of Genesis, verse 34. This is chapter 26 and this is verse 34. It says that when Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basmath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. So these are the daughters of Heth that Isaac's wife Rebekah is referring to. And verse 35 of chapter 26 continues to say, and they were a grief of mind to Isaac and Rebekah. So Rebekah is referring to these two daughters of Heth. They were the wives of Esau. When he was 40 years old, he got married to these two women, and they were a plague of the life of both Isaac and Rebekah, because they were not Israelites, and because of that they did not follow the customs of Israelites. So she says, I don't want Jacob also to marry one of these women, so send him off to my brother's place in Haran, to my brother Laban. And Isaac, being like most husbands who are so, see reason with their wife, immediately said, yes, you're right, even I don't want that for Jacob. So he's called. So this is chapter 28. Then Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said to him, you shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take yourself a wife from there of the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. So he told Jacob to go all the way to Haran, and marry one of the daughters of Laban. And then he blessed him, saying, may God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and multiply you, that you may be an assembly of peoples, and give you the blessings of Abraham, to you and to your descendants with you, that you may inherit the land in which you are a stranger, which God gave to Abraham. So he blessed him further. This is besides the earlier blessing, he got another blessing, which is the blessing of Abraham. And verse 5 says, so Isaac sent Jacob away, and he went to Padan Aram to Laban, the son of Bethuel, the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Now Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take himself a wife from there, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, you shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob had obeyed his father and his mother and had gone to Padan Aram. So Esau observed that not only does his father bless him and send him, but his father said, do not take a Canaanite wife. And he also saw that Jacob obeyed his parents. So that irritated him all the more. Now verse 8. Also Esau saw that the daughters of Canaan did not please his father Isaac. Now he realized that these two wives of his were not pleasing to his father. He didn't really care much about what his mother thought, but he definitely cared about his father, because he loved his father very much and his father loved him very much. So Esau went to Ishmael and took Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife, in addition to the wives he had. So because Esau saw that these Canaanite women are not pleasing to my parents, he decided that I will marry another woman who will be more pleasing, who is also a person who follows the Lord. But he did not know whom to go and marry, so he goes to Ishmael, his father's brother. That is Isaac's elder brother, Abraham's first son through Hagar. And he marries his daughter, whose name is Mahalath. And so he has a third wife that he brings into the picture by marrying Mahalath. So you see, here also it shows you that he realizes that his parents are not in favor of the Canaanite woman. They do not like the Canaanite woman. So he decides, okay, I've got to do something to please my parents, please my father, and make sure he's happy. And so he does, thinks logically, what will be the next best thing? And so he says, okay, I'll go and I will marry Ishmael's daughter. And he feels that by doing that, it will bring joy and happiness to his father, and that his father will be happy with him. Now, whether it did work or not, we don't know. But it shows you how he thinks, with just the top level thinking. It's not set in depth. You see, if a person knew that his wives were not pleasing to his father, a person who is filled with wisdom will be one who will observe what is there in my wives that is displeasing to my father, and then choose a wife based on what characteristics are different in a new wife from these wives. That is what a person who is wise and sensible will do. But here it shows that he doesn't really think. He just decides, okay, because they are Canaanite and they are not, believers of the great I am, Jehovah, so I will go and marry the daughter of Ishmael, because Ishmael is Isaac's brother. So he also has to believe in Jehovah, in the great I am. He will believe in the great I am, and therefore we will have the same God and she will have the same value system. But that is not necessarily true. He should have evaluated whether that woman was different from his existing wives, which it clearly shows that he did not think about all those aspects. So I'm going to stop here for now, okay? And then we'll do in the next series Jacob and Laban and the situation between them. But if you think about it, okay, it was Rebecca who deceived Isaac. She deceived him by making him bless Jacob, and then she deceived him again when she told him, send Jacob to Haran. In both situations, Jacob did only one thing, and that was he obeyed his mother. So he did not commit any sin. He didn't do anything that was displeasing in the eyes of God. And that is the reason why God chose Jacob to be the one through whom the lineage of Jesus should come, and not Esau. You see, when God chooses, He doesn't choose based on what you can see on the outside. He chooses based on what you can see on the inside. And He is the only one who can truly see the depth of a person, the heart of a person, what a person is truly on the inside. And when God chooses, He chooses people based on who they are inside, not on what are their characteristics on the outside. And God chose Jacob because Jacob was honest. He didn't cheat his brother when he made a deal with him for his birthright. He didn't cheat his brother when he went and took the blessing from Isaac, and he didn't cheat his brother when he ran away to Haran. You see, he didn't run away out of fear, he ran away out of obedience. It was not his idea to leave and go to Haran, it was his mother's idea, and then she roped in his father and they told him go. So if you see this entire situation, Jacob is completely innocent of it all. And God saw Jacob's heart in this entire situation. And that is why God chose Jacob. So you see, the God of the Old Testament does not make decisions randomly. He's not impulsive, and he is not, partial in any way that, okay, I will choose this person because I feel like it, or that person. I choose whom I choose to choose. Who are you to question me? I am God and you are just one of my creation. He doesn't treat us like that, because that is not who He is. He loves us, and He constantly tries to draw us into a deeper relationship with Him that goes way beyond our imagination. But we need to give Him a chance. We need to go out there and talk to Him, get to know Him. God the Father is an amazing person, and the God of the Old Testament is truly amazing. The reason He does what He does is because He has no choice in many situations. I know when we say He is God, He has all choice, all power, all authority. But that's just the point. He gave it to you and me, and it's called free will. Because God gave us free will, He cannot then come and lord it over us. Then there is no free will. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Because He gave you and me free will, we still today have the freedom to choose whether or not we want to follow him or not, want to believe him or not, want to listen to him or not, want to do what he says or not, want to choose him or not. You still have that freedom today. He never took it away when Adam sinned, and he didn't take it away when Jesus died, and he still hasn't taken it away today. It is still ours because he loves us so much that he wants us to choose of our own free will what we want to do or say in any decision that has to be taken. So you see, God chooses all of us to be his children. It is our choice to respond back to him and say, Lord, I accept the invitation to be your child. I accept the gift you're giving me through Jesus Christ to be your child. And when we do, he opens his heart, he opens his hands, and he opens heaven to bless us with every blessing there is. Some blessings take time because we are not ready for it, but every blessing that is there in the Bible is ours for the asking and for the taking. When you accept the gift that he has given of Jesus to take your place and give you his place. Well, with that, I will end this particular sharing, and I do hope that this has been an eye-opener to you, and it has given you a revelation on the personality of Jacob and helps you understand why would God choose him over Esau. I hope now you understand that God is so amazing and that he chooses you looking at things that others don't see. And I hope it encourages you to give him a chance to walk into your life and, you know, bring your life to a whole different level and bloom your life differently. Well, with that, I'll say thank you and have a nice day, and I look forward to seeing you on my next sharing about Jacob. Till then, have a wonderful day and God bless you.